Nadav, do you have that photo of the catheter?
Oh yeah, 1 second. Let me
So Jamie, I want to show you this. So
Okay.
my friend had to go. Shout out to Dan. I was like, I won't use your name. He's like, use it. I'm like, okay, cool. He got this shoved into his penis.
What?
Into the
That's
head.
a thick catheter.
That's what I was saying.
Is that a catheter?
Yeah.
That's not a
or no, that
camera?
might not be technically a catheter, but it was used as one. I forget the
was
exact
going
reason.
on?
I forget the exact reason why he got it. But the reason I brought it up is because A,
That's crazy, dude.
but B, he goes, okay, so it was so painful and so crazy. He goes, but now sometimes I think of the pain and I kind of get sexually aroused. Yeah, and he's like, I'm kind of scared that this is gonna turn into like me shoving things into my dick to get off.
He said that to you?
And then he said, use my name. Yeah. How? I got some wild friends. Yeah. So he, I don't, that is, and he's like, I know I shouldn't like the idea of the pain. And he's like, but so, I think because it was like so intense that it brought something out of him.
Sure.
That
that some people are aroused by pain.
Yeah. So you don't have any kinks where you're like, oh, this
No.
is my kink. Do you have crazy kinks that you've heard of? Because I remember your friend Becca told us about the craziest kink, one of the craziest kinks, where she said she knew a girl who the guy, and she said it on Pajama Pants. She said, so it's not a secret. She said she knew a girl who a guy who was rich would pay her to pretend to be dead.
Yes, he would make her sit in like an ice tub and have like makeup artists make her look dead, and like so her body was freezing, and then she would just have to lay there.
Was the ice tub a joke we made, or was that real?
No, I think it was they made her body cold.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then she would have to pretend to be dead, and the
While he
guy
had sex
would
with her.
fuck her. Look at those two different faces. And he's like, yeah, I did
And he's
that.
like, yeah,
And Nadav
okay.
is so disgusted.
Yeah.
It's not that I've done it, but I
No, dig it, I said.
oh dig it. No, I don't dig it. But I it makes sense because I think I read some article about why most people in the morgue are female.
Because dudes will bang 'em.
Yep. That's like a normal thing apparently.
It's a normal thing.
Like if they're like
Of
a
people who work
common-
in
yeah,
morgues.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
ask you though, aside from the morgue thing, like, is this the thing where like people are so rich that they have to like there's nothing that feels exciting or a thrill, like they have to keep pushing the envelope to get any excitement? Is this a case of that? Is that a real thing?
Yeah, that's a real thing for sure. But I think those people who are constantly chasing that thing, there's something underlying that they're not
They're filling some void.
fulfilling. So they just keep thinking like, oh, this next thing and this thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's when I was partying, that's how I was. It was like, how could I get crazier and crazier? And next time we did this, and then this got, I'm going to move to Vegas, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to take fucking.
I'm the opposite. I'm like, how can I be more boring?
And that's how I am now.
How can I do less?
So I think I fixed the thing that was inside of me that needed, like, I need the next big thing. What's the next thing? Where
Right.
now I'm like, oh my God, this breeze is amazing. Or I'm like, I'm on my couch. I'm like, this is the
Right.
greatest night of my
Right.
life.
Right.
Like, I was thinking the other day of like, when are you the happiest? Like, when are you like,
When my kids are like right before we all go to bed. When like meaning right before my kids go to bed, when they're like chill. Usually before we put them to bed, it's like the four of us on a couch, like watching a movie, kind of letting the day go. Like my phone is in my room. I'm not looking at it for, until one quick time before I go to bed type of thing. Like where I just feel like I'm off the clock and there's no more responsibilities other than just like getting them in bed.
it was hard for me to decide between two, which was right when I get into bed and I know I have 3 hours to just watch TV and sit and just do fucking nothing, which I usually do anyway, but this is even more. I'm laying down, you know? And then the other one is like at dinner with friends. Like when
That's
if
nice.
I have like my 3 of my best friends at a dinner and we're all laughing and there's good food and this, it's like, man, what could make this better? Like it's so fucking great.
Yep. We're so boring.